a contemporary art fair is back on its fourth edition, and this time in a much larger venue. Alt Art will run from February 12 to 15 with public days from February 13 to 15 at the SMX Convention Center in Pasay. It promises more diverse voices and dynamic programs for a personal and organic experience. Behind this art fair is Alt Collective, which organizes 9 of the country's premier galleries, including Art Informal, Blanc, The Drawing Room, Finale Art File, and Vinyl on Vinyl. This year's Alt Art is the biggest yet, featuring walls spanning 5 meters high and a floor area double the size of its 2024 edition.
All right, and joining us tonight to discuss more about Alt Art are Silvana Ancelotti Diaz. She is the owner of Galeria Duemila, one of the 9 galleries joining the fair, and Alt Art Stephanie Frondoso, a curator and an art critic as well. Ladies, welcome to The Big Story. Glad you can join us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, as you can see, we are surrounded by beautiful art. Yes. Oh yeah, perfect. The camera zoomed out. Well, first off, let's talk about what Alt Collective is. Why don't you talk us through both Alt Collective as well as Alt Art? What are you trying to do there?
Alt Art is a collaboration among 9 galleries. It's a new format in which all the galleries organize the show from the ground up, from the public talks programs, the layout, instead of having a participation fee and just joining with their artworks. It's a well-rounded collaboration.
Are these all local galleries that are joining?
All local galleries.
All local galleries. And are they all carrying local artists, or it's a combination of both?
All local artists. Some are artists that are local, but some are artists that live abroad. And we just decided there are some galleries that would like the diaspora to come to stay here, because once you're abroad, you're completely forgotten in your own nation. And so some galleries carry that. In this way, they can go forward and be recognized by the country.
And Steph, you were saying earlier that the difference is that you don't just pay like for a booth and put whatever art. So does that mean you are the master curator of all of this? How does that work?
The 9 galleries, they conceptualize together everything from the branding to the selection of artists to the programs, meaning what will be the special features, what will be the special highlights, and even the talks programs, because for the 9 galleries, art education is very important, community building and patronage. So it instead of just simply joining, they have a hand of every detail.
And all the artwork is fresh?
Yes.
Just for this?
Well,
For
no.
this event? No?
No, there are certain artists, certain galleries that they do like to present new artists. But like in my gallery is 50 years old, so I have a great selection of paintings that were never even shown before in the country, of artists that were abroad, that we brought them in with many special exhibit. So, because the public has to be really a diversified way of approaching, from the modernist that's going on today to also the classical one or contemporary classical. So there is a very big diversity in the exhibition. And what makes it special this year is that we will have a program where we have a discovery and special exhibition that practically each gallery has 3 sections that are developing. So the public will be faced with multimedia, video,
kinetic,
sound artists,
and different formats.
And also there is going to be a lot of special talk, just because we need, since the country, the school does not really educate the public, the children, they start only to a high level of university level. We were hoping that when the class will come at the 12 level, there will be more education on the arts what has not been happening, because art is everything. From your own fashion, you see, many years ago, fashion was very different from today. So art helps in every factor, in the factor of designing interior, to your makeup, to your chair, to everything that surrounds us. So it's such an important factor, the five arts. So
Well, I did see this article that said alt art won't just be a parade of objects, but it's going to be a series of conversations. Some are going to be quiet, some are more confrontational. Tell us some of the themes of these conversations that people can expect when they go there.
Well, some, yeah, go.
Yeah, artists always respond to what is happening in the world. So these art objects are holders of memory, of history, and artists critique what is going on around us. That is some of the many conversations, and limiting it to 9 galleries then gives room for deeper and more meaningful conversations the artists are trying to communicate.
Especially today in the country, there are a lot of issues, right? And this issue, many artists are brought into the fore because artists are reflective of the present situation. And
These
somehow,
are recent works.
not only in I mean, you know, there are certain work that reflect, like when we were in martial law, you have such a critical time.
So
The
if I
same
want,
thing now we have a very critical time, right? Super, you can see in the television that you just show.
so if we
So-
wanted to forget about all the bad news for a second, we should go to the exhibit. No, I'm kidding. But we're running out of time. But I wanted you to talk us through generally about these pieces that you've decided to show, because you brought more than that, but you have picked these ones out, and I'm wondering why. What are these telling us?
These are, mixed media, for example, this work by Christopher Ardenia. What he does is he collects discarded election tarpaulins.
Oh wow,
And then he paints over them with elastomeric paint, which is,
that's this one.
that's that paint. It's
Yes.
paint used for the exteriors for tropical countries like ours. And then he cracks the painting so that you can see clues of what's underneath. So a lot of our artists work with materiality. They question. There's also abstract art, and
Like this a collage, is form of different layers.
yes, this is
Oh,
from
love this
Monica.
one.
Yeah.
Monica, these are acrylic. So she uses acrylic paints not in a traditional way. She'll cut them and she'll dry them, turn them into layers.
They're in like sheets now. I
Yes.
can
They
see
become
maybe-
sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they become. She makes them become like sheets.
I also read somewhere that what you're trying to achieve is for people to appreciate slow art.
Slow looking.
Slow,
Yes.
slow looking. Because do you feel that lately? I mean, there's been a Philippine art boom, and sometimes you tend to get the feeling that it's commoditized a bit. You just want to collect sight unseen, as long as it's made by this artist or so and so that's really selling.
Well, this is okay. There are different kind of collectors. There are collectors that are really, really aficionados in art. They understand art. There are collectors that they know for status symbols because a certain name attracts, attention and is known practically commercially or is a very rarity. So depends of collector. Some are extremely well knowledge and they know the artist, they speak with the artist, there is a personal relationship. That's our art, or the one that was to discover what goes around them, what's going on, and then later on they will, because there are so many, so they have to decide themselves, and they are new in the field of collecting. So what do they like? What do they feel? How it will go to their house? It's very important that you live with your artwork, right? No matter what an art gallery tells you, at the end of the day, you hang it in your wall, and you have to have a special relationship. It's like music. When you choose music, when you choose book, when you choose all of this, you have to establish that. So when you start to collect, you have to establish your own taste, and it has to grow, because it's like in anything in life, you mature. So you have to establish such. The gallery are there to help you mature in the taste of art.
Well, Alt Art
video.
is set for February 12 to 15. I just realized that also includes Valentine's Day, so couples can book their dates by going to the
Yes,
Alt
that's
Art
true.
Fair. So how
We
can
did
people
not
book
think
their
of that.
tickets? Can they buy them on site
And online.
and online?
What about the
Are,
talks?
are all these pieces for sale, by the way?
Yes.
Everything that you see there, you can purchase.
Everything that you see there, yeah. So we will have video, we will have photograph, you will have a lot of social commentary, as I said before, because the artist is extremely sensitive person, and being sensitive reflects the mood that goes on in the even if you said let's go of the past, let's go of the bad thing, but we know that inside our heart, all of us, we feel what's going on, and the artist reflects this. Some are playful, like we see.
This one?
It is a painting like that, so there is a lot of comic art also. Vinyl has a lot of comic art. Some are more serious. Depends. There are so many variety of after how each artist express
You also
themselves.
mentioned that there will be talks. So
Yes.
how do people sign up? Can you even sign up for that in advance?
It's open to the public and it's free.
Oh,
They
okay.
can just go and attend. There will be a schedule posted.
How much are tickets?
250 for students, and I'm not quite sure about
For adults.
for non-students.
But 250 is very affordable for
Yes,
students,
yes.
so hopefully they can also go.
And that lets you in for the whole day.
Oh yes.
Or
Yes,
as long as you
yes,
want.
yes. It starts at 10,
10,
10
yeah,
o'clock up to 7 o'clock p.m.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes,
in
3
closing,
days.
like in one sentence, what makes this
Alt art.
alt art? What makes alt art different from all the other art fairs?
Well, first of all, we had 5,000 square meter, and it is not only exhibition. We will have discovery or emerging artists. So these are the potential new visionary of what, and then we have special exhibit. So each gallery has chosen a different artist to show their own vision and the feeling of what's going on, and that is something new that will come, that we are presenting. And then San Marcelo is coming out with a series of talk and discussion where the public can co-intervene and discuss.
It's a whole experience, it sounds like.
Yes, every curiosity that you have about art, it can be discussed there and ask questions. Plus, we are asking the artists to be present there many times. So the client will have also, if they want and they have the courage, because Filipinos are very shy.
Yeah.
And many times they look and they don't ask. And the beauty will be instead that they will ask questions because he's the creator.
Yeah, so time for the artists to come out of their shell. It sounds like a great weekend.
Yeah.
Yep, all right, and that will do it for it. We're going to leave that conversation there for much. Thank you very much for joining us. That was Silvana Ancelotti Diaz and Stephanie Frondoso.